While we talk about challenges, we faced, many businesses have faced some tremendous challenges in the past year because of the pandemic. Some businesses have thrived because of the pandemic, while others have shuttered. How has Little B Books performed during this unusual time?
We've been really blessed. I'm so thankful and so happy to tell you that children's book publishing in general has thrived as we've all been in quarantine in our homes. Parents have had to educate their children. They've had to handle teaching at home. They've had to handle virtual teaching. On top of that, there's so many other parts of daily life that we're all juggling. And a lot of families have turned to books, have turned to reading, have turned to activity books. And that's helped not just Little B Books, but the children's book industry in general. We found that so many of our coloring books that are sold at Walmart and Target have done so well for two reasons. One, coloring books are doing well because it's a really great way for children to be active without being in front of a screen. And second, Walmart and Target and so many different grocery stores are where people are spending a lot of their time right now. I'm looking forward to the day when independent bookstores and Barnes and Noble and libraries are all going to start being frequented again. But I'm really, really thankful to the fact that Amazon and grocery stores and a lot of other mass chains have been around to support so many different industries at this time.
So I want to take the conversation towards a more of a opinion question. And it's, I tend to sometimes ask these types of controversial type questions because it's so necessary to keep the conversation and engagement on these questions. So you are a female entrepreneur, a woman of color, and you are in an industry that's not essentially known for its diversity. So, it's really an open-ended question. What would you like to talk or say about that specifically?
I'm going to be forward in what I'm forward thinking, not talking about me or my past or anything. And that I think now is our time. Diversity is being recognized and respected more than ever. And I think there are so many people of color, women of color in different industries that are primed to shine. And I can't wait to see that happen. I don't think my journey is publishing specific. I think there have been many battles that people of color, I know that people of color face in corporate America and careers. And I think now is the time to shine. So I'm looking forward to seeing so many different entrepreneurs and people of color come forward with ideas and with success stories and with ambition.
So I'll leave you with this question. What advice do you have for anybody that's pursuing entrepreneurship?
Um, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's probably the most important thing. Understand what your level of comfort is and then strive beyond that. Be scrappy, be one step ahead, be passionate, because without all of those things, you're not going to have the work ethic that you need to get through the challenges that are presented on sometimes an hourly and definitely a daily basis.
How about an entrepreneur that wants to get into publishing, like start their own publishing?
You're welcome to give me a call. I am more than happy to give all the information that I can. I believe in paying it forward. And I think that anybody who wants to start in publishing should definitely think about what they can bring to the table, what their niche is, what they're going to do different, and then go after it.
And I would say one last part to that question, I guess it's, more of a tangent to that question, which is there's a lot of people, doesn't have to be entrepreneurs, but a lot of people who want to write their own book. What would you say? I'm not saying it's easy just to go to a publishing house and have them publish it for you, because I know they have to buy into it. But what would you say versus them self-publishing through Amazon versus going to a publishing house?
I think it's really up to the author themselves. They're two very different routes. I think that it also depends on the book, the kind of marketing that they need behind the book. If they're self-publishing something and there's already an audience for it, then maybe self-publishing is a smart route to go down, because it's a really good way for you to have more control. And it's a really good way for profits to come directly to you. But I think there is publishing is a machine, and there is a reason for that machine. There are a lot of different arms, and there is a lot of important work that happens through so many different departments within the industry. And if somebody wants that support, wants that machine, then they should go through an agent, or they should go directly to a publisher, and they should work that way. Because I think there's so many different things that publishing can bring to a book that sometimes self-publishing can't. But I also like that self-publishing is an option for people. There are many people who have thrived in the self-publishing world who then actually go on to become published by a publisher, which is great, or vice versa as well. What I like is there's options for people, and there's really no right fit for anybody, and they've got to figure out what their end goal is, and then figure out the route that they need to take to get to that end goal.
Shimul, you are a change maker. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you very much.